Welcome to TechLives. Today I'm going to show how to renew an Indian passport from USA. As most of you know, there is a change recently happened on November 4th that the service provider from CKGS which changed to VFS Global, and going forward we have to apply the passport, the either new or the renewal. It is from VFS Global. So there are a few things we need to take care before applying the passport. First thing first, so first you have to go to the government website and ensure that the changes are updated correctly. So go to this Indian Embassy USA gov.in. Make sure that this is the government website. Like there are some websites which is making our details, or they're taking the details for a hacking purpose. So better make sure that this is the government website, we are getting the proper information. So go to this website and ensure that all these informations are corrected and it is up to date. As you see, there is I updated here VFS Global from November 2020. VFS Global is the website or the service provider for this activity. So first you have to click this link which is from the VFS Global, and it will update or it will open another window like this. As you see, the details, they already mentioned the apply now options for the passport, and how to apply. All these details they clearly mentioned each and every points. But for as a shorter video or a step-by-step process, I am explaining each one of it. So first thing, you have to look on the first steps here. Basically, there are some 4 steps for applying this passport and sending the documents. First one, you have to identify what type of passport or what type of passport you are looking to um, apply, and then you have to prepare the documents along with it. That's the first step. Second thing, you have to apply these details, whichever information you have in the government website. That's the second process. And third, the same informations you have to proceed with our VFS Global websites also. And finally, send these documents in a physical way, like with a courier. We have to send it across to the VFS Global. So these are the 3 steps, or I would say it's like 4 steps to complete it in order to send the passport to the VFS Global. So let's go through one by one. As you see, you have to select which type of passport you have to apply. So here I am going to show the reissuance of Indian passport. So click on this passport service and it will open another page within VFS Global. As you see, the steps are clearly mentioned over here. All these informations are here are clearly mentioned in the overview. It is showing the guidelines, policy, and all on this application. And then the fees for a adult one, it is like $117 in total for a jumbo book, depending on how you are selecting your passport. And also for a minor, it is just $67. I'm covering both adults as well as minor, because I found that there is some only few documents which is additional for minor. So these are the fee details, or fee details for applying it. And I'm skipping documents required as of now. Now going to the photo specification. As you see, 2-inch 2-inch. So we have to be specific. The details are mentioned over here. It should be like a full face, front view, eyes open. It is same like every passport. I found that the cheapest one or the easier one is Costco. You can go to the Costco and they are much aware of this information you just mentioned. It is for passport. It is easy, quick and easy. Yeah, that's it on the photo specification. Now on the processing time, this is important here. So they mentioned it will take 3 weeks for completion of this applications and returning the documents back to our home. So better consider as 1 month instead of 3 weeks. It should cover like for 4 weeks or more than 4 weeks. Consider a month for this activity. And we'll come going to the apply now link here. So here it shows the steps to follow, 1, 2, and 3 steps you follow. So first is the documents. You have to prepare the documents. There are a lot of documents here. As you see, they mentioned some documents are mandatory and some are not. So I'm taking care on the mandatory pieces. So first one, mandatory. Document checklist. This is a checklist which will show what all details you have to fill, what all documents you have to send it across, like that. That's a document checklist. Let me go through one by one. So document checklist. I open it for that. This is the PDF version of a document checklist. And before going into this documents in detail, I have 3 points which you have to remember before going into or applying this passport application. First thing, you have to use a browser, either Chrome or a Firefox. If it is Chrome, it is more than like a 86.0 version, or Firefox 81.0 or higher. Okay, these are the browsers which you have to use. And then all the date format which is mentioning here is DD, MM, YY. That is same as that of your current passport. And third thing, you have to use a ball pen, uh, black ink for this all the writings. So that is easy for taking the printouts. And yeah, that's a recommended 3 things. Browser should be Chrome or Firefox. All the date format should be DD, MM, YY as per the passport. And third, the pen should be black ink. Okay, and another recommendation from my side, instead of writing all this detail, as you see, there are a lot of things need to be written with written like it shows application name. So it's not easy to write, and chances are there mismatches should come with writing with your hand. So better, the recommended option I am giving is to use an Acrobat Reader account. As you see, there is an Acrobat Reader or Adobe. You can see an option to convert a PDF file into a Word document. So it is easy for you to type it and get the printout of it. Okay, so I'm explaining this document like the checklist. As you see, we have to enter all this information, and then the documents required are also mentioned here. For my case, it starts with Annexure D. So let me open the Annexure D PDF formats. So this is Annexure D application document. So you have to enter your name, which whoever is applying, like a parent name is enough here, resident of your US address, and the name of the child, and then both parents' name here. And then finally, the 3 important things, the name of your child, date of birth, place of birth as per the passport. And finally, you have to sign it, both the parents, father and mother, you have to sign it here with your passport number. And the important thing, this document is you have to notarize it. So this is mentioned over here in the passport checklist. It has to get notarized. So that is the first one. Sorry, this is the one notarized, Annexure D. So now the Annexure E. Annexure E, you have to mention the applicant name, and then what is this? Yeah, daughter of, you have to mention it's a daughter of your father's name or your mother's name as per your passport, residing in your US address, apartment, city, state, date of birth. Here there is a catch here. See here in the date of birth field, if you enter a date, for example here, it will show only few informations here. And if I not enter clearly, it shows that it is MMDDYY. So here you have to enter your date like this, your birth date, like month, date, and year, like this, the exact same format. Apart from that, all the documents are covering with DDMMYY. And you have to enter your father, mother, wife, husband name as per your current passport. And you have to enter place, date, and the signature of the applicant in this Annexure E. And then the affidavit of change of appearance. Change of appearance over here, you have to fill it. Your name, daughter of your, or son of your father's name, or your as per your passport, residence address, passport number issued on and at on the date which is issued. And then it's better to clear this, or strike out has changed instead of has not changed in both appearance as well as signature. Affix your passport size photo one here, and also you have to sign it in front of a magistrate or a notarized officer. So UPS is providing that notary, so better you have to approach UPS. They will charge $5 to $8, I believe, for each paper. Okay, that's on this affidavit for change in appearance and signature. And then um, I'm skipping this one on a single parent, and then the other one is mandatory self-shown affidavit. So going to the self-shown affidavit, you can see you have to strike out either I have been out of India uh, more than 5 years, depending on your um, years which you are saving in USA, and then you have to provide your full Indian address. One thing which you have to note here, you have to mention your police station. As I mentioned, it will take some 3 weeks or 4 weeks to complete this process, which means they will do some verification with your police station also. So make sure that the police details are updated correctly over here after your address. Okay, and then you have to sign it, your date and place. Date and place is the other thing. So that is on the documents whichever we have to prepare it. Okay, and then finally we are almost done with the documents. For the minor case, we have to provide a birth certificate, the copy of the birth certificates, and then valid status in the USA. So if you have any one of these, you have to get the color copy. They mentioned about a color copy here. You have to take the color copy and get it notarized from a notarizing officer, and then proof of address. Either you can use a driving license, state ID, or a utility bills, and that need to be stamped in notarized. They have mentioned the same color copy. Photograph specification, they mentioned we already have two things which I mentioned. One thing which is covered in the photo, one thing which I will explain in the next step. So 2 photos is required. No need to send within the application. It has to be stick on the purpose or the application form. And then the Indian passport, whoever is applicant, they have to take the first 5 and last 2 pages of your current passport, and you have to send your current passport as well, the original current passport along with this application. And finally, the things which we need to clear. So we have to have a payment in the VFS Global website. That payment details and the courier envelopes, you have to send it across. And then for the minor cases, we have to send the copy of a passport of both parents. It's self-attest, and a notarized copy of legal status of both parents. And then these are the mandatory things. Along with that, you have to take, once you fill it with whichever applicable you have to take a tick mark and get the printout of this same list. And also this copy, they may mention this checklist as a mandatory to put inside the application. Okay, the rest of the things are not mandatory. Some additional things depending on your application. Like if you're applying for lost or damaged passport, you have to fill it here. And if you are having some required some miscellaneous documents, then you have to fill the other proofs. Okay, or also if you're changing your name, address, and all, you have to fill it. As of now, I'm skipping it. I'm just applying for a passport with the same details as of in the current passport. Okay, so there are few information they clearly mention here. These are the common mistakes everyone is normally making. So just go through this all the descriptions and the comments they mentioned here, and also don't forget to sign this signature of the applicant before after printing. You have to take the printout. After taking the printout, you have to sign it. Okay, so these are the things on the documents. Going back to my previous page, so the first steps is done. Once the first steps is done and get the printout of everything after the signature from the attorney. So the second step, you have to the important thing, that is, as I mentioned, it is from the government website. And first steps in this government website application, you have to find it out depending on your state. For example, if you are in Carolina, so it has to be in the center Atlanta. So depending on that, your state, you have to choose which consular center or the application center to choose depending on your state. So it's clearly mentioned over here. And then I'm going to the government website. So I'll click on this apply now government online website here. You have to select Americas and click on USA and register it. So if you have an ID already or you already signed within this website, as you see, it's a government website, you can just click on the user login. Otherwise, you can click on the register. So I'm showing how to register it. Click on the register, You have to, as I mentioned, you should have a USA United States valid sender. So I am taking a Houston sender here, and you have to give your name as per your passport, given name and the surname, date of birth, email ID. So you have to provide a email ID over here, and if you want to take a same user ID, you can select here. So it will automatically here. It's not a readable, I mean it's a writable, not a writable one. You have to click on check availability. If this username is already available, you have to change here in the email ID. You have to select other email ID, or you can select the username if it is not available. Then make a confirmation on the password. You have to enter a password here and a confirmation password, and also a hint question. If in case if your password get expired or you want to change it, make sure that this hint question and hint answer is correct, is properly answered. And once you enter this captcha, click on register. It will send an email. It will show a successful message, as well as it will send an email to your email ID provided over here. So once you receive that email, there is a link for activation. Click on that link, and then you can try with the login option. Okay, I'm just, as of now, I'm closing here. Once you register successful, just come here and in the user login. In the user login, you can enter your username and password, and then you have to enter the captcha as per your it is showing in the screen. So JPM2. Okay, click on login. Okay, make sure that it is coming correctly. And also the capital letters. Yeah, one thing which I forgot. So in this website, everything should be in capital letters. If you're entering some information, it should be in the capital letters. As you see, I just entered into this website. If you already entered some details, it will show here. It will show like here. So for a temporary purpose, I am showing the entered information, which is I partially saved the form. So just click on here, and depending on your purpose, you have to select here. I'm showing the reissuance of passport here, and the validity expires in 3 years due to expire. Depending on your cases, you can select accordingly. Um, and then the normal one which I've selected, and the 36 pages. Click on next. So one important thing is, once you click on next in the first steps, you will get a green message. It's showing that a reference number, that is called ARN number, applications reference number will created at the time when you are going into the second steps. So it is not showing over here because I already updated, or I already passed the steps, and that's the reason it is showing like this. So as you see, the given name, surname, you have to fill as per your passport, date, place of birth. Yeah, it's a simple thing. I'm not covering everything. So one important thing which I identified here, if you are entering your Aadhaar number, then you have to make a agree tick here. If you're not entering, no need to provide this agree tick. Okay, and then click on next. After saving, click on next, and given name, father's name, mother's name, spouse name as per your passport, and click next. And you have to provide all this information here. So as in the documents it mentioned, one address should be in the US and one should be in the India address. So normally everyone is updating with the current passport address, the Indian passport address. So you have to fill the Indian address correctly here. In the first option, you have to select passport printable address out of India. You have to say no, and then enter your Indian address, and then your current address in the other fields. Here you have to select yes, and then fill the in US address with the mobile number. So here, as I mentioned, there is no change in my current address, Indian address. So I am selecting the no change in address. Okay, name and address and mobile number for the emergency contacts. You have to enter here. Click on save, and then click next. Okay, then you have to fill the passport number, place of issuance, date of issuance, all these informations, and then fill like this. Diplomatic passport. If you have a diplomatic passport, you have to enter the details. Otherwise, details not available. Have you ever applied for a passport but not issued? No, depending on you. And click on save and next. Okay, then these are the things which you have to fill it based on your information or based on your status. Click on next. So this is a page which shows all the information whichever we entered are correct or not. That is the last step. So if everything is according to your document, according to your current passport, click on next and click OK. So here you see that the all the details are clear here. There is no option to edit after the steps. All the information which you entered are completely correctly agree. I mean it's cleared here. Click on agree. Place your place. Um, the date is already showing 2021 January 1st. Click on submit. Yes, all the details are correct. Okay, you see this application number. It is for reference. The same application number, you will see it. Just we have to go to the home page. As you see the submitted applications, it will show now here. Click on here and you will get a print applications form. So you have to click on this print application form and click on print. So in this form, you have to affix your one photo. The other photo which I mentioned, out of two photos which I mentioned in the documents, you have to fix it here, and the signature of the applicants. Also there is one more signature which you require to be here. So if it is a minor, less than 5 years, the thumb impression, left hand thumb impression, or if it is a minor greater than 5 years, they can sign it along with their parents also sign here. That's it. So you have to take the printout of it. So the first steps in the government website application, or first step, it is done here. I'm moving into the the documents which I was talking on the step 3. So this is the final steps. Once second step is over, you have to click on the third one, or the VFS Global website. So click on this VFS Global website. So it will go to this VFS Global portal. So the recommendation they already mentioned here, click on this passport. Okay, here you have to fill this form. In this passport, the type, I'm going to be normal. Passport type as fresh, expiring 10 years. State, depending on your state, it will automatically shows the center accordingly. For example, if it is Delaware, it is showing Washington DC, and if I am selecting a Florida, it is going to Atlanta, like that. So here I am showing the postal, how I am going to send the application via postal, and also I am using a debit or credit card for the as a payment mode. And then you have to select as if you are legal status, minor, depending on your status, married or unmarried. Booklet, here it's an important thing, make sure that this is same as that of you selected in the government website. Click on ordinary, and if there is no change in your address, place of birth, anything, just none. And then you have to fill this captcha 1LHHH and proceed. So once you proceed with it, it will show the price or the amount which will require to cover all this application. Click on proceed. Okay, here you have to enter your first name, last name, email ID, mobile number, a password. So this is the page which a new user is getting generated for the VFS Global. As of now, I'm not showing how to not entering any name here, because I created a profile by with my mobile number and my email ID. So I have taken the screenshot. I will explain from the screenshot going forward. Okay, you can see a page like this once you log in over here. So here, this is a login page for VFS Global. After registering your username and password on the details, you will get an email ID in the registered email with two links. One is for the active link. You have to click on that active link and get it activated, and the other one is there is a link which you can copy paste in the browser, and then it will get activated. So for my case, the active link is not, it was not working, so I click on, or I copy pasted the second link, and it takes some 3 minutes to get it activated. So just enter the email ID and password along with the captcha and click on continue. You will see a page like this. So now click on the create new applications buttons,
and you will see it is displaying asking this many details. Visiting country, residing states is automatically populated, and depending on your sender, main category, whichever applicant, whichever details which you have selected in the previous steps. Click on continue. You will see a customer list. You have to click on add customer, and you have to enter your details here. The ARN numbers, whichever we generated in the government website, you have to enter over here and fill all the details as per your current passport, including your email ID, phone number, the gender, all the details you have to fill here. And then it will display here. Once you enter the once you enter the details in the customer list, it will show the detail information along with the reference number. So copy paste this reference number for your future reference, and then select the courier service. Here I am selecting the courier service which is offered by VFS, and click on continue. It will show the fees, how much fees it will take from you for this entire application. So click on additional services. You will see that the additional services they are looking is like a round trip courier. There is an additional $30 for that, and if you require an SMS service, you can opt here. Actually, I haven't opened. I have opt here, and then click on continue. You will see a page here. Here it is asking you to enter your mailing address, mailing or your home address. So the company name is nothing, but whichever you selected the courier service, you have to type here as FedEx, and then your street address, your full home address, or whichever place which you need to receive your passport back, and enter this information and click on validate. You will see a green message if it is successful, and once it is successful, you can click on submit. It will show the details, the same details which have you entered earlier, as well as your home address. Click on this accept. I accept terms and conditions and confirm the applications. It will prompt for the, or it will redirect to a page for entering your credit card details. You have to enter the credit card details and click on pay, and you will get an email details like a reference number, a transaction reference number. All these details you will get it in your email, and this is an important document. You have to send, you have to take the printout of that same document and give this to a into our document list. That's an important thing which is there in the document list. And also uh, then after getting that email, you have to log in. Click on the download courier labels, enter your reference number and email ID, and click on search. You will see a list like this, the transaction ID which is same which you received in your email. Also ensure that in the documents all the details are up to date as per your details in the documents or in your current passport. Now click on download courier labels. If you click on download, it will download the courier labels for sending the documents to VFS Global, as well as for returning back to the original document. So make sure you have two courier labels inside that inside once you download as a PDF. And one other thing, one important thing, this there is some validity related to these courier labels, like 2 weeks, maximum of 15 days. Make sure that you are, if you're going next week only, you have to download it, otherwise it will get expired. Okay, and it look like this. So one you have to take the printout and stick it on your envelope, and then the other one you have to stick it with your documents for sending back. So the VFS will send it back with the same courier envelope. Okay, so FedEx will send you a FedEx. If you're going in with a FedEx, the documents or the envelope should be 5x5x5 with a priority envelopes. So you have to take only this envelope for sending the documents. And in between this application process with VFS, if you abstract or you missed something, you have to come here and click on the retrieve incomplete application options. Enter your reference number, passport number, and email ID. You can definitely get the details back wherever you left earlier. Okay, so these are the important steps for sending the documents. So I think I captured almost everything very clearly. If you have any doubts or questions, you can comment here in this YouTube channel. And if you like this video, click on like button and subscribe my channel. Thank you.